Hey guys, it's Jackie. Today we're going to be talking about how you can get free gifts, vouchers, goodie bags from the companies you invest in. That's right, this is called shareholder perks. It's a little known concept about investing. You can get these every single year, and if you don't claim them, you might be missing out on them every single year. We're going to go through an entire list that I've put together through a lot of research from various websites and different sources, and you're going to know exactly where to get these benefits or perks from. But before we get into this, I am not a financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice. It's also worth mentioning, guys, that you shouldn't just buy all these stocks just because of the fact that they're giving out a perk or a gift. It should only be looked at as an added bonus to shares you are already going to buy or already hold. Having said that, there are certain number of stocks whereby the benefit or the gift that you're going to receive, the reward, outweighs the price you will pay for a single share, i.e. the share is worth £10 but the reward you might get is worth £20 or more to you. In that case, it might be worth getting the share. So the first one we have is Next Plc. This is a clothing and department store brand, if you guys have never heard of it before, which I'm surprised if you haven't. They have over 500 stores in the UK, very popular. Share price is currently trading at £79 and they're giving out a shareholder discount voucher in the name of the person who owns the shares. The discount is 25% off full price Next merchandise in their retail stores. According to their own website, there is no limit how much you can spend and therefore no limit on the discount you'll be able to receive. The discount voucher will be sent to the registered shareholder's address, but the requirement is that you must hold 100 shares on or before the 1st of April of that year. In comparison to the other shareholder perks, it's quite a lot of shares you need to hold. I'd also recommend getting in touch with your broker to find out if you're eligible for this or any other perk, as certain brokers are set up in such a way that these perks are not properly managed and therefore they're not available to you. But I'll discuss that later in the video of how you can check out what brokers to use as well. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Next we have Whitbread Plc. This is a company that owns Premier Inn and a lot of hotel chains in the UK. You need 64 shares for this and you will receive a shareholder card which gives you free breakfast in Premier Inns and a 10% discount in the Whitbread restaurants and pubs. Basically, I imagine this to be where, you walk into a Premier Inn one day and you just wave your shareholder card and say, I'm one of the higher ups, I'm a shareholder, give me some free breakfast, mate. It's funny how the rich people get richer by the day because they get these free discounts and free vouchers because they own shares, and normally rich people own shares. So it's like they're saving money on breakfast that me and you and other plebs will have to pay £10 for. And next we have Legal & General Group. You need just one share to redeem this. Legal & General Group are primarily an asset management company and insurance company. A lot of people have a lot of home insurance with Legal & General. With one share, guys, you will get 10% off over 50s life insurance, 25% life share insurance premiums, and if you apply for a lifetime mortgage with them, you or your family member will receive £250 of Love to Shop gift cards. Truth be told, I know nothing about whether their policies or offerings are cost effective enough to be worth a 10% or a 25% discount for that matter. And next we have Mulberry Group, which is a luxury fashion retailer. You need 500 shares for this, which sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. It's actually 1.4k invested at the current market rate because their shares are currently trading at around £2.70 each. You will get a 20% discount in certain stores, but you must own the shares before the end of March each year. You can get the discount every single year, guys. This one is certainly worthwhile if you're spending big money on luxury goods anyway. To think about it, if you're spending 4 or 5k on a Mulberry bag or whatever, then a 20% discount will effectively mean your shares become free, right? But then again, if you are spending that much money on a brand name, I don't think you're really going to care about such discounts anyway, unless you're obviously quite tight, which you may be if or when you are rich. Next we have the Restaurant Group Plc. This is the company that owns a lot of restaurants in the UK, a lot of restaurant chains such as Wagamama's, Frankie and Benny's, and a lot of others. You need 250 shares before April each year, which again sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. 250 shares in this company is worth less than £300 at the current market rate. And they will give you a book of vouchers, each giving 25% off the total bill in their pubs and restaurant chain, which is quite good because these are the franchises prices that everybody seems to be dining at. By the way, if you do work for these companies, you'll be getting these shares most likely anyway. It's normally part of a wider compensation package when you are working as part of a corporation. Next, we have Carnival Plc. Carnival is a cruise provider. I'm just going to leave that in there because it's indeed very funny, because their share price is indeed a joke this year. You will need 100 shares or more to redeem this perk, with it being onboard credit when you are on the cruise. The amount you'll get will depend on the duration of the cruise and which brand of Carnival it's with. You need to reach out to Carnival to get this perk. Next, we have BT Group. You need to own a share certificate for this one, but you will get discounts on the products and services in which you need to speak to BT about directly. That's right, guys, you will actually need a certificate. In the old days, if you didn't know, instead of flicking on Trading 212 or Freetrade or any of these apps, companies had to give you a written document signed to prove your ownership of your shares. It just shows how old some of these brands are. Next, we have Mulberry Publishing. The minimum requirement for this is one share, and this will give you a 35% discount on the recommended retail price for Bloomsbury books. If you are a book nerd, why not? One share of Bloomsbury is around £3.50. If you're spending £100 on books in a year, then you're basically getting 35 quid off for just paying £3.50. On the surface, it sounds quite a good deal. Next, we have Big Yellow. Big Yellow shareholders are entitled to a 10% discount for Big Yellow or Armadillo stores on self-storage, flexi office rentals, and packaging materials insurance. You need one share to qualify for this. Next, we have Associated British Foods, the holding company behind Primark and other brands. You only need one share for this. All shareholders who attend the company's annual general meeting, normally held in December of each year, will receive a free gift. The gift typically consists of samples of the company's products, including new products each year, with a retail value of £30. You will need to attend the AGM to receive this benefit. Next, we have Telecom Plus, who is a gas and electricity provider. You will need 1,500 shares to qualify for this. They say that shareholders may be eligible for special energy rates that are 10% below normal standard energy rates, alongside a rebate of 10% of non-energy service spending. Next, we have Merlin. Not the wizard, but the entertainment theme park. You need an oddly specific amount of shares, 317 to be exact, but you will receive 40% off the family price of either 2 adults or 1 family pass for use in the UK. That's like nearly half price. You will need these shares before 17th of November each year. Now let's talk about brokers here for a second and how they can come into your way of you redeeming these discounts and vouchers because of the way they work. Freetrade is one of my favorite brokers. Everybody knows that because that's the only one I actually promote on this channel. But even they do not actually feature all of these shareholder perks mentioned. Trading 212, also one of the top brokers in the UK, offer none of these shareholder perks to their clients. And I'll tell you exactly why this is and why they're not offering it. When you're buying and selling shares on Trading 212, your shares are held in a nominee account. In a weird way, these shares are under their name, not yours, but their name. They actually have a list of who owns what shares in case they go bust, or they do say they have a list. I'm not sure if they do, I haven't checked, but essentially they are the actual owner. For some of the discounts, for example, where you need to own 100 shares to get a £25 voucher, for example, they obviously are going to own 100 shares because they have so many clients and all of them added up are going to be at least 100, but they're only going to get one voucher. So how are they going to distribute it to so many clients? That's why it's difficult, and that's why these are not offered, in my opinion. That's the sort of thesis I came up with. It may be wrong. Barclays, however, offer all of these shareholder perks if you're buying and selling shares on their platform, and so does Hargreaves Lansdown, which further doesn't add the credibility to Trading 212 and Freetrade compared to these legacy brokers at the moment, which is slightly understandable since they are quite new to the investment scene relative to other brokers and they still have a lot of stuff they need to figure out. In fact, there was an idea in the community forum to get this feature properly embedded into Trading 212. Trading 212 staff did look at it and did respond, but we will see how this feature will develop in the future. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.